I've just seen a photo of you come across my desk. Your haircut in the 2018 Grand Final. Can you talk us through?
We go on there.
Yeah, let's go straight there. What was happening there? What happened in 2018?
Funny story. So 2018, I was living with my partner at the time and one of my mates, and I just thought, being young and dumb, going into the biggest game you might ever play, I thought, just give me a haircut. Like, how bad can it be? So they started chopping and it just kept going higher and higher and higher until it was probably, like a mohawk practically. And I had tips at the time too. So I looked like a porcupine with a mohawk.
It's a good look.
I was honestly shattered after the haircut too. Like,
it clearly didn't affect the way you played.
No, it didn't affect the way I played.
3, bomb 2 from outside 50. I love how your brain works, that you just think, I just feel like a haircut right now.
Yeah.
I'll just get a haircut right now.
Yeah.
And just go through with it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe, my brain works definitely a little bit differently to others. But
did it cross your mind that you just didn't want to go back to the mohawk porcupine for this year's or last year's granny?
Yeah, there's a few things you want to leave in the past, and that's one of them.
You want a good photo to remember it, especially if you win.
It was a good night last night, though. So Post Malone, you obviously love that sort of music.
Yeah, big fan of Posty.
A few seal claps.
Do you want to show the fans what a seal clap is?
It's Geordie's move whenever we go out. He does these ones. Pretty funny story from last night. I was pretty happy with this. One fan come up to me and he goes, "Oh, Tommy Mitchell, mate, massive fan." Had a bit of a chat with him and I was like, "That's pretty nice." And he didn't realise I was sitting next to you. And then he looks at you and goes, "Oh, Goey, bigger fan." And then just completely brushed me and got around you. But
at least you've got hair.
Yeah.
Because you've been giving me a bit of feedback on my haircut. So what have you been telling me lately?
Are we actually going here on the podcast?
100%.
I just think you're at a point in your life where it's time to
let go.
Let go of the reins, mate.
Troll.
We love you, Tom. Just don't forget that. We love you. I've said to you, and I've been genuinely serious, like, if you don't want to let it go, just go to Turkey. Like, just own it, because I feel like you're in no man's land at the moment.
I don't know whether press forward, fold back. Where am I here? I'm thinking off season, you're going to have to come with me to Turkey, guide me back to what it's like having hair again. So,
mate,
so you think I look better with a shaved head? Because I've sort of left this in an interesting spot. So you reckon the shaves a go? It's not too late. Maybe you could shave it for me before the game tomorrow night.
Tom, let's be honest. Like, you say these big
No, but I did it once. Remember, I did it a few weeks ago.
We said fully shave it, and you shaved it like this much.
I don't want to look like I'm playing for the prison team.
No, well, there's nothing wrong with that, mate.
Steele would actually like it, because
Steele would love it. I reckon you'd look good. You got a good shaped head. Like, you're almost there. It's just the last little bit.
A few weeks ago, where we thought in the mids, where we're going to get everyone to shave their head before maybe the intra-club game or something, and that didn't happen.
No, I'm still keen.
Yeah, you want to do it?
I'll still do it.
Yeah.
I reckon it would look good. Like, no AFL teams had their whole midfield head shaved.
No, that would be something interesting.
Yeah, since Tommy got to the club, I noticed straight away there was something that wasn't quite right.
You don't give me an inch to breathe on anything, though. You don't give me an inch.
Every chance he gets, he's doing some sort of stretch. And I remember talking to a few of the other boys being like, what's going on here? Like, he seems to be stretching 24/7. Like, you could be getting the coffee and waiting in line and Tommy's doing a quad stretch. So that was a bit unusual at the start. But once we got talking about his OCD and what he likes to do, it all makes sense. So it's been good, mate. You've taken it in your stride.
I'm trying to get you. So every meeting, like the way the meeting room's, like, how would you describe it? Set up. It's not like an auditorium. It's a big U. And then there's always me in the middle on the ground having a stretch. And now you come down and sit with me every now and then and do a little curtsy stretch next to me. But Pendle stretches. I don't know if do you pull him up on it? Because he stretches every
but he
every
stretches
main session.
Yeah, he'll stretch every meeting where you'll stretch. Every opportunity you get. I reckon you almost sleep in a stretch the way you take it that seriously.
A lying glute stretch.
Also, Josh Dacos, I just spoke to him before. He wanted a mention and a shout out. He wanted to touch on an academy that you run at the football club that involves Nick, Josh.
It's an extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
It's called the Axe Academy. I founded it in 2015.
You've been the CEO for a while.
And since then, your dad's been funding it.
Yeah. So it's just an overall making them better at life.
They come to me with life issues, and I probably give them sometimes the wrong advice. And
so you're kind of like their psychologist in a way.
Almost.
Yeah.
Like unqualified, highly unqualified.
But highly intelligent.
Highly intelligent with random things, but
Yeah, that's it. You do have a lot of good knowledge. People don't know this about you. I feel like you've got a perception for not being smart. You're one of the smartest guys I know. Your knowledge about so many different things. Hence why I come to you. You know, I lead on the Axe quite a bit as well, the academy, which I'm going to have to start doing more of, I think, because you just got a good way of going about it.
The books at school, like I struggled with.
Weren't an academic.
Weren't academic, but I was born like that, you know? Like I couldn't help that. I couldn't change it. I couldn't focus on a book for more than 2 seconds. So that was always going to be an issue. The greater...
Life skills.
Life skills. Exactly right. That's more important.
But I think you'd prefer to have life skills.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't have the other one, so I had to add something else, you know? And at the end of the day, I know how many toes an emu has, you know? Like
how many do they have?
Well, 3 on each foot, which is, you know, these are just the weird...
You're not going to get that anywhere else.
I know. Well, I hope that's right in case someone's watching.
The one thing I've noticed since being at Collingwood is that they love a nickname, and I reckon I've got the most, and I've been here for a couple of months.
Yeah, you've copped it. You definitely have, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Feathers is your favourite.
Feathers is my favourite. Once I heard that one, I couldn't let it go.
You thought it was the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah, people almost pull me up and say that's bullying, but since you're a good sport about it, it's play on. It is play on.
So where does Feathers come from, just for people that can't put it together? Because I reckon they're actually looking pretty good at the moment. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's just, you know, the feathers on top, mate. It's getting a bit thin, but we're making it work, and that's what we love.
I reckon my favourite nickname at the club at the moment would be toe ball for Tay. So for anyone that doesn't know what a toe ball is, the little ball on the end of a car, is that what you'd call it?
Yeah. It's good that you've come into a club and started creating nicknames for other people.
I've probably come in too hot thinking I run the joint and dishing out nicknames.
Pretty much, but it's good. Take and cop it. So it's a good one.
And we got Big Bowser for you. Billy Frampton's got Chuka. Where'd you come up with that?
Yeah. We were just in Lawn, and a random old fella come up to him and said he played with a Frampton out in the country, and the guy's nickname was Chukalenko. So
Chukalenko.
Yeah, Billy's been copping that. He's been a bit disappointing since coming to the club, to be honest. Obviously,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Late pull out of Post Malone last night, but
we're trying to build, you know, mateships and a culture at the footy club. We got Bill a ticket to Chili Peppers, and he pulls out on us.
Yeah, he reckons he was just wanted to spend the time with his missus on the couch, but. Mate,
I don't know if we can cop that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Are we still going to charge him for the ticket? I think we have to.
Yeah.
Even though they were free.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need to know that.
You're pretty good with your nicknames as well, I must say. Yeah. So you called Josh and Nick. Who's Pete and who's Peter after obviously their dad, Peter Dacos?
Yeah, honestly, whatever just comes out, it's either Pete or Peter.
I think Josh is Peter.
Josh is Peter and Nick's Pete.
And then you've also got Joey Richards.
He's been at
the club for 2 years now. He's Beav.
Yeah.
From Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
What do you call me?
Wombat.
Wombat, yeah.
Just because you're like a dense specimen. Like if you, like in the change rooms, like you actually look like a wombat. The standing wombat.
Is that right? The claws and everything. You actually hate going on me at stoppages because I need to.
Mate, you pinch. You're a serial pincher.
That's wombats pinch. So
I know, but like just the way you like scavenge around the ground for the footy, it's just like wombat-like.
We're always doing a few little funny pranks around the footy club. There's always something going on, and we thought it'd be a good idea down at our community camp in Traralgon, pretend to be the local Traralgon paper. So we called probably 5 or so of the boys and had a good chat with them and asked some pretty funny questions. And we do.
Give them the voice. I think they want to hear the voice.
I can't do the voice because what if I want to reuse it?
True.
We need that up our sleeve.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I reckon we still got a few
give away all your
candidates.
secrets.
Yeah, I won't give away the voice, but I might even do a legit pocket profile with you.
Let's do
let's do a little thing,
profile.
what we would do for the footy record.
Yeah.
Short 1-word answers or 2-word answers from you.
Okay.
Favourite music artist?
Post Malone.
Really?
Yeah.
Favourite food?
Carbonara.
That's so good.
That is.
Do we need to explain that?
Yeah, I think maybe we should.
So I can't remember who we got. Would have been one of the younger boys, and we asked what his favourite food was, and he said pasta, and then we asked, would that be a carbonara or a bolognese? And we got him to rank. Yeah, lasagna. We got him to rank his top 10 pastas. That was pretty classic.
That was good. That was very good.
3. What else did we ask? 3 things you would take to a desert island.
Desert island, yeah. A tent.
A tent?
Yep.
Yeah.
A
bowl of carbonara.
Maybe like how big is the island? Is it big or?
You can pick, mate. You're on yachts in Sydney. You can buy whatever island you want.
Yeah, true. I actually don't even know. Maybe like a boat?
Yeah,
but then you need petrol for a boat.
Nah, it's filled with petrol.
But like, does it keep getting refilled?
Yeah, automatically. Yeah.
It's an electric boat. All right. A boat, and then maybe you. I'd get you down there.
Mate, I'll be great value.
The Keginator.
Yeah, get the keg out there.
Keegan.
That's another nickname. He calls me the keg because he reckons I'm round like a keg. So.
Yeah, you got Keg and Wombat.
Keg and Wombat. Shit. Which one are you going to stick with?
I think feathers at this stage.
You love feathers.
Feathers, yeah.
You walk into the club every day and you say feathers and you think it's the funniest thing ever. And we've heard it 1,000 times. It gets me up how much you love it though.
Yeah, I enjoy that. But also, Wombat's good and Keg because you do have a rig like a Keg. It's just...
It went from Keg and then
you're
now it's
the
Keg,
same size
Keg and Brooksby because his nickname was Keg. Used to play it.
You got the same size rig from like your neck down to
I'm
your
so
ankles.
round.
You are. You just
That's why I'm
thick.
stretching because I'm trying to lengthen myself out a bit. Trying to get a bit longer.
Obviously, we do a bit of weights. Oh, a little bit of stretching.
Yeah.
Mostly stretching, actually.
Yeah.
A little bit of weights. But then also, between sets, probably get you up and about and get you through the sessions. Is that helping at the moment? Or is there anything I can improve on to help you get through those weight sessions? Because I feel like still as well, we've got a good crew in there in our weights group.
No, I think you've been good. It's like, honestly, sometimes just watching you is enough. Like, but you don't know I'm watching you. You're the type of bloke who would go into, say, Fitness First, would walk past the machine and read the instructions and do it 5 times and then hop off and then go for another walk, sit down on another machine, read the instructions and then somehow find a yoga mat and just roll around on the floor for a little bit.
It's actually kind of accurate, isn't it? Last time we all went away together was Morwell, which there was some pretty good, I would say, pranks played within the hotel. I would say Markov leads the charge.
Yeah, he's up there.
With his sidekicks, Goey, Mitchell. I'm not bad.
You're not bad.
But I know there'll be a few ideas being brewed. You don't have to give it away, but is there something in the works or that's also something that'll just come to you late?
It usually comes to me late, but I act on it pretty quickly. Obviously, we've discussed that one regarding getting someone else's room key and pretending you're them and then waiting in their room for them, which is...
Well, I did that in Morwell to Leggy and I slept under his bed for about an hour. He didn't come for an hour after dinner. This is your second time on the BM pod.
I know.
We're going to have to start paying your wage or
Who do I
something.
send the invoice to?
Invoice to Bailey.
Yep.
We'll cover that for you.
No worries. Beautiful.
I'll help you with your pranks this weekend.
Okay,
Maybe that can be
sounds
my
good.
service for you.
Mate, would love that. Appreciate it.